It began with a vote in a distant chamber and ended with villages in flames. The UN called it a partition, but on the ground it felt more like a disappearance. How did the British Empire, Zionist militias, and Cold War politics all collide to erase a country that never truly died? This is the story, not of one event, but of a chain reaction from the UN's first proposal, to the collapse of Palestinian society, to the civil war and the catastrophe that followed. Because sometimes history isn't written in ink, it's etched in exile. Event 1, 1945. Holocaust survivors denied refuge. When the Second World War ended, not everyone was free. In Bavaria, in Austria, across the ruins of Europe, survivors of the Nazi genocide emerged into a world with locked gates. By the autumn of 1945, more than 250,000 Jewish refugees remained in displaced persons camps across Germany, Austria, and Italy. These were not sanctuaries. They were holding pens, former military barracks, repurposed Nazi camps, still ringed with barbed wire. One US envoy, Earl G. Harrison, wrote, "As matters now stand, we appear to be treating the Jews as the Nazis treated them, except that we do not exterminate them." Few dared return to Eastern Europe, where the hatred had outlived the Reich. In 1946, in the Polish town of Kielce, over 40 Jews were murdered by a mob. The war was over, but anti-Semitism was not. Into this vacuum stepped Zionist leaders, swift and strategic. For David ben-Gurion and others, the survivors' plight became political proof. A sovereign Jewish state was no longer just a dream, it was essential. That same year, US President Harry Truman appealed to Britain, urging the admission of 100,000 Jewish refugees into Palestine. He wrote, "The transference of these unfortunate people should now be accomplished with the greatest dispatch." But Britain refused. Still bound by the 1939 White Paper, its 5-year quota of 75,000 immigrants was nearly full. British officials feared that further migration would inflame Arab unrest and threaten oil routes and regional alliances. Zionist paramilitary networks responded with escalation. The Haganah, through its Mossad Le'aliyah Bet operation, launched a wave of illegal immigration. Between 1945 and 1948, nearly 70,000 Jewish refugees boarded unlicensed ships across the Mediterranean.